Georgia 44, Tennessee 41. It's the final in Knoxville. Tennessee has now lost 9 consecutive straight to the Dogs. Everything that Tennessee needed to go their way to win this game happened and then some. Tennessee had this game played in their style. A shootout is right up Tennessee's alley. If you're telling me that Tennessee's in a game where they have to put up 40 points to win, I would say on a scale of 1 through 10, 9 out of 10, I'm confident Tennessee's winning. Tennessee is built to win shootouts. Great receivers. Joey Agolare looks vastly superior than Nico Iamaleava. This is the best I've seen Tennessee's offense ever look against Kirby Smart's defense, and yet they still couldn't get it done because their defense was unable to slow down Georgia's offense. The biggest question with Georgia entering this season was Gunnar Stockton. How good was he going to be? And a lot of you, be honest, you doubted Gunnar Stockton's ability to lead Georgia to another national championship. But like Stetson Bennett, he was doubted as well. And he exceeded expectations. Gunnar Stockton, like Stetson Bennett, has exceeded expectations. Gunnar Stockton, with how well he played against Tennessee, Georgia can win a national championship with him. The last 3 national championship winning quarterbacks have not been elite. Will Howard, he was good, not great. J.J. McCarthy was an elite handoff merchant. And Stetson Bennett was a walk-on. So you don't need to have outstanding quarterback play to win a national championship. Gunnar Stockton is a Honda McCord. Kirby Smart can win with a Honda McCord. As long as Gunnar Stockton gets Georgia from point A to point B, that's all that matters. And this offense looks more explosive with Gunnar Stockton at the helm at quarterback. Now, he has receivers that can actually catch the freaking football, unlike what he did last year in his first start against Notre Dame when he had a receiving core that led the nation in drops. You felt Zachariah's presence immediately in this game. He had a big touchdown, which turned the momentum in Georgia's favor. Zachariah Branch was one of the biggest transfer portal pickups that any team made this offseason. Zachariah Branch has the ability to be the most explosive football player in America. He's dynamic after the catch. He's really wiggly, has Olympic-like speed. It didn't work out at USC for some reason. I don't know why an offensive mind with the genius of Lincoln Riley was unable to find a way to utilize somebody like Zachariah Branch. But Mike Bobo, for all the criticism that he has received these last 9 months, he's cracked the sauce with Zachariah Branch. This dude knows how to get Zachariah Branch the ball. All you got to do is get Zachariah Branch the ball in space, and good things happen. Tennessee can't beat Georgia for the simple fact that their defense can never get stops when it matters against this team. Why? Because their offense doesn't do them any favors. When your offense is getting the plays in within 5-10 seconds, you on average are probably going to have a minute or two that you have the ball on offense, which means that the defense, they're going to get winded, they're going to get fatigued a lot faster than if you were running a normal paced offense. And when you're going up against Kirby Smart in Georgia, it's a 4-quarter game. Tennessee even acknowledged this. They were ready for this game to go into overtime. They were ready for this to be a close, hard-fought game. And they still lost despite this game being played on their terms. We have home field advantage, and this is a shootout. We're going to win. And you lost because you didn't have enough gas in the end to beat Georgia, despite you actually being able to take it the distance with Kirby Smart and the Dogs. You didn't win the game because you just ran out of gas. You can't beat Georgia by praying that your field goal kicker makes it. You can't give Georgia any opportunity to climb back into the game. Elite teams have something that I call the trapdoor ability. No matter how poorly they play or how bad things look for them, if you give them any opportunity to creep back into the game, like a missed field goal or a costly turnover in the red zone, if you don't cut their head off, they're going to beat you. You can't give Georgia any room to escape. And Tennessee, they did it in this game. And in the past, the same thing has kind of happened. Tennessee would get out to a fast start like Joey Agolare did in this game. He was brilliant. Had like 200 yards, no incompletions to end the first quarter. But then right after that, he got cold. Kirby Smart figured him out. In the past, Tennessee has gotten out the hot starts, but they were unable to maintain that momentum. And then sometimes you had games when Tennessee's offense was just completely boxed, and you were asking yourself, is Tennessee losing to Georgia because of their offensive scheme? Is their scheme too gimmicky to have success to beat a Kirby Smart coach Georgia team who's the best defensive mastermind in the sport at the moment? Because Kirby Smart, he just knows how to figure out this Tennessee offense. Now, every once in a while, Tennessee offensively will throw a few new wrinkles at him that he'll have to adjust to. But Tennessee, maybe they just still don't have the talent to be an elite team. To beat Georgia, you have to be an elite team, and Tennessee's still lacking in that department. Their recruiting is great, but not exceptional like Georgia's. Georgia has had a top 3 recruiting class for over the last half a decade. Tennessee isn't recruiting on that level. This is probably the best performance that Tennessee will ever have against a Kirby Smart-led defense. And they still couldn't capitalize off it because their offense hurts their defense. Their defense can never get big stops. Kirby Smart's defense was. Despite the Gunnar Stockton fumble, Kirby Smart and his team was still able to prevail. The defense did have its moments. The defense played far from perfect, but it's not about having perfect performances. Playing great defense is not about holding the team to 0 points, holding the team to under 200 yards. Playing great defense is just about, can you get off the field and make the necessary plays in big moments and get the ball back to your offense? Can you win the game? And Tennessee's defense did that. They did it in overtime. They did it several times throughout this game with the Joey Agolare interceptions. So Georgia, defensively, they're just too much for the offense that Tennessee likes to run. Tennessee's offense is just too simplistic for Kirby Smart to lose to. And until they change their strategy, instead of trying to beat Georgia, airing the football out, you got to get more physical. You have to be able to run the football a lot more effectively if you're Tennessee, if you ever hope to beat Georgia. If you can't run the football and you're just going to say, we're going to beat Georgia by throwing the ball 50, 60 times, and we're going to tire out our defense, you're just making it easier for Georgia. There's a philosophy issue and a schematic issue with Tennessee that it's just hurting them in this game against Georgia.